Hi everyone, my name is Nikki. I majored in fashion design at Shenzhen University, and the topic of my work is open your mind and eyes. Why I name my work to use this name because I think sometimes trip is more like an escape. You want to run from your hard work or tired relationship, anything that you are familiar with. So you long to see something new and different from your country or culture. So I use many close-up photos to focus on some specific patterns or bright color style and patterns, which to represent the uniqueness and diversity of Thai culture. So I believe that every time when you start a trip, you should consider it as a rebirth of your life. So open your mind eyes and go to see something beyond your imagination. And by the way, I also think my work is suitable to print on postcards or fabrics. Some of my classmates already placed an order, so thank you.
Come on, guys. All right, here's the situation you've put yourself in. Clearly, you've got a lot going on there, and there's a lot of really interesting patterns. And as a designer, I can totally get it. I do the same thing. I design patterns myself. When you put images into a grid, they suddenly become didactic. You familiar with that term? Didactic means you're telling us, you're lecturing us about something. It's information. It's not experience. It's information. Something that we have to begin to try to understand from a very intellectual point of view. You're asking us to read. Do we all want to do that? Probably not. Probably not. So immediately, didactic information like that cuts off half your audience. If, in fact, you're like going, wow, you guys, look at this, or look at this, you're just going to have to sacrifice. And you're going to go, I'm just going to have to go with this. You know? Let it be enough. You know, it's beautiful. It'll be more inviting to a greater number of people, again, tourism industry, than this kind of didactic information where immediately half the audience is like, ugh, I don't want to know that, you know. Because they figure, oh, I've got to look at this long enough to understand what the information is. So I'm out. I don't want to do it. This, on the other hand, I get it right away. It touches me intellectually, emotionally. You know, I get it right away. It's welcoming, and it's enough. So I can see where you're coming from as a designer. You're showing us a palette, you know, like a palette book. I don't think that really works for tourism unless you're talking to tourism for designers, which could be interesting. Is that what you were thinking too? Yeah, that could be very interesting.
Design on the top of even for a hotel to decorate the inside of a hotel, but it has to be better coordinated on the grid. Like the picture of the lying Buddha, for example, the green park, that doesn't really fit for me in the grid because the other 5 pictures represent something completely different. And the same one on the left. I mean, I'm not a designer, but there's a lot of shapes, but then you have the face. So it kind of pulls it off. But yeah, it's definitely difficult for tourism. I mean, the picture, maybe the 2 below, might be interesting, but for anyone wanting to come to Highland that might be difficult to read. So,
But good work.
Yeah,
And you know
good
what?
work.
It's actually kind of an interesting, he's not going to say to do it, but, you know, what if you had to go through and take off all your photos but one? You know, that would be a good exercise for you guys, because it's like learning how to edit your work. It's tough. It's tough. And that one photo has got to do all of the stuff that you're talking about, everything that you wanted to do, but you only get the one photo. Don't do that. But, you know, think about it. Think about it that way. And I think that's what Madeline is saying too, is like editing is tough. It's a hard thing to learn, for sure. Good work.
very good.